that's a good reason to not be here.
When you guys signed Kawhi, obviously part of the deal is he can be this sort of efficiency type monster. What's it like when he has it going on a night like this?
I mean, it was nice. I had a good seat. But his pace was fantastic. The entire first unit set the tone with their pace, the ball movement. I think we had 20 assists at halftime. And Kawhi really, spearheaded. But so did Pat. I thought Pat was phenomenal as well with his pace. But, when Kawhi is that efficient, it's pretty impressive to watch.
Doc, I know we haven't even hit the All-Star break. What's this time of the year? What are we looking at? Positioning, getting guys healthy?
We're just looking at being a better basketball team each day. It's all we talk about every day. Our job is to get better each day, and this cannot be the best we are right now. But by game 82, that's got to be the best we are. And every night is an opportunity to get better. That's all we talk about.
Doc, before the game, you talked about getting Sham going more.
Yeah.
Says for him, he shot 4 of 11 today.
Yeah.
About what you want from him in terms of
that was great.
I
would like 11 for 11, but that was terrific. He got good shots, got good rhythm. But it was very similar. And I keep saying he's not JJ, but very similar. One of our compasses when JJ was here is if JJ got shots that weren't called for him, that means the ball was moving. And tonight, we did call some plays for Sham, but Sham also got shots because the ball was moving. That's a good sign for us.
Is there a key to making sure you get those shots within the
Well, no, the ball movement. That's the key.
Doc, obviously Kawhi had a big game, but what did you think about Zubac's game and how he played that?
Zub was phenomenal. He was like Zub, Kawhi, and Pat Beverly. Those three, really the entire starting lineup. But they all did what they do. Like Zub was a star in his role, what he does. Sham was a star in his role. Pat was a star in his role. Each guy, like whatever the roles they have, which we know, they started them tonight. And that's a pretty good thing for your team.
Doc, what about that possession first quarter? I think Beverly had like 3 offensive rebounds and then kicked it out for the 3.
That was amazing. That's Pat Beverly. How many point guards or whatever he is can do that? And he does such a great job with his body position. On rebounds, he'll wedge himself inside the big's legs. So the big can't jump, and he gets them. I don't know how he does it, but he does.
Kawhi Leonard 6 for 10 with the 3-point range. Did that surprise you?
He's a really good 3-point shooter. He really is. And tonight, I think because of our pace, he got great looks. He had some wide open looks tonight, and he took them.
Did it feel like this was a game you needed to have, where you just blew out the under 500 team?
Not really. Obviously, it's nice to have, but if we had 1-by-1. And didn't play well, again, I still would see the big picture, So I think it's a game that everybody else needed to see from us. But what does that mean? Like, you still got to keep getting better. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm really focused on.
Doc, Trez had 12 points, and he got kind of have a late start. Did you see the Cavs kind of like doubling?
No, he just struggled early. They had some length on them. That their second unit is actually longer than their first unit, and I thought they defended him well. And I thought he pressed a little bit as well. But then in the second half, late in the game, he started getting it going.
Doc, as we get into the second half of the season, how big is continuity and focus? Because it seems like you guys have had guys in, guys out. Obviously, some of it is preservation. But how big is that in the second half?
Continuity is nice if you can get it, and it'd be nice to have it. PG is still out, so we don't have it yet. So, when he gets back, and hopefully we can get a 10-game stretch where the entire team is playing, that would be refreshing. That would be 8 more games than we've had all year. We're going to get it at some point, is the way I look at it. And until we do, we still have to try to keep growing.
Doc, I don't know if you look at it this way, but you guys are in the midst of a stretch right now where you have 47 days with only one back-to-back. Is this kind of, even though PG's out?
I'm so proud of the studying you're doing. I mean, that is very impressive. What do you go out? I mean, what are you doing at night? My gosh, jeez. Our analytical guys didn't even come up with that. Wow.
But is this sort of with Kawhi sitting out some back-to-backs?
Yeah.
Is this a stretch where you look at as the main one in the season to capitalize on?
Now that you've brought it up, I guess listen, I don't know what the main stretch is, but I have looked to the point. We don't have a lot of practices, but we will have some. We will have a lot of shoot-arounds because there's no back-to-backs, and that will allow us to work on stuff. And now if we can get guys back so we can all work on it, that would be great.
Doc.
We should end on that, but we're going to keep going.
Doc, over here. Only 11 turnovers for you guys tonight.
Yeah.
How huge was that as far as, being able to get your defense set?
Listen,
and things like that?
we accepted we're going to be a little higher this year in turnovers. I don't accept it, but I just know it. But when you play at that pace, like 11's low. If we had 14 at that pace, I could have lived with it. What we can't have is a high turnover game and a slow pace game. That doesn't work, and we've had too many of those.
Doc, just your thoughts on Tristan coming over and giving Ty the bear hug before the game.
I thought he was going to break him, and I'm impressed. I knew Tristan was strong, but to pick Ty Lue up, I'm going to stop there because I love Ty Lue.
Did Ty outline any nervousness because it's his first time?
No, he was actually really excited, and I think Kevin Love said something about it yesterday, but I don't think people get it. But when you win a title with people, they become part of your blood, your bloodline, and so with Tristan and K Love, Dellavedova, he was really excited to see those guys. That's something that will never be taken away from them, no matter where they're at. And it's really neat to see when they all came in, the way they received Ty. That was fun to watch. All right, guys. Thank you.
Hey, Coach. Final. When we gonna see Paul George?
I'll let you know. I don't know the answer, so that's the best I can do.
All right. We'll talk to you then.
Ask Dennis.